Alright, hi everybody, this is Brian Mulligan, and this is a video answer to a question posted on the Smoke for Mac forum on the area regarding how to use source nodes and connecting them for along with their mats. So this is the answer to that question. I sort of set up a schematic here where I've got a dummy layer, which is just a frame of black and a frame of white, as well as a few graphic elements here that also have a corresponding mat and video frame for them. Alright, so to do your source node connections, select your dummy layer, make sure it's in the media list here, go to the node bin, go to objects, bring up the source front and the source mat, and then we can go ahead and delete these elements because we're going to reconnect these nodes to our graphics. Alright, so take our source front and connect them to your graphic elements that you want to sort of pre-comp, and then do the same thing for the mats. And then what you should see in your image dummy layer, that's where these elements are now sort of pre-comped. If you hit F6, it'll show you the source results for this image. And if you toggle it a couple of times, you'll see the corresponding mat result for that as well. The image here is just the source front for the one image that I have selected. So, but basically you have your mat and your composited video together, so you can reposition these elements around inside this frame and sort of do your little pre-comp. Alright, if we go back out and check out the front and mat for this source now, if we hit F1, which is normally our front, and if we hit F3, which is normally the mat, you can kind of see that right now they're the same, even though down here in the media list I'm seeing the front and mat, I'm just not quite seeing it outputted through, and that sometimes happens with source nodes. And what you need to do is go to the mat source for the one you're not seeing. You can go into the override here, and we can actually tell it to do a custom. For the front, we just want white, and for the mat, we want the mat to actually go through. So now if I click back on this layer, hit F1 for front, and F3 for mat, then I'm seeing my mats actually processing through this image layer. So that may be what was throwing you. So then if you look at F4, where this video is, these graphics are now comped over this background, you can see that right now there's a lot of pre-multiplication going on because my source images and graphics and their mats were semi-transparent, but there's a lot of pre-multiplication going on. You can always go back to your media list and hit the divide functions for those to try and clean those up, and you may actually need to hit the divides on the individual layers as well to really make them come back to normal and make sure the edges are clean and not pre-multiplied. So that's how you work with your mats, and now you can take this layer here, and I know the question was doing a 4-point track with it, so you can obviously set this to be a bilinear, and then from there you can bend all of these around and do your track to your ground or whatever you might want to do, and then you can get this to work, and all of these images will now sort of move together on one plane instead of trying to track each of them individually onto this ground. So hopefully that answers your questions. Let me know if you had any other ones, and I'll just keep posting more of these. It's fun. See you. Bye.